First thing you do when you're graphing an equation is, I think you should write the same little chart you wrote before, m equals and b equals. We already have our y equals. We're kind of going backwards, okay? So what is the slope of this line? All right, so it's -1. So I really encourage you to put it as a fraction. Now, -1 is negative. If it's a whole number, you just put it over 1. If you put it as a fraction, you're going to be in good shape. Somebody else, what is the y-intercept? Y-intercept is 2. So the first thing you're going to do is graph the y-intercept. And I always abbreviate intercept as INT. You see it? So if it's +2, we go to the y-axis and plot our 2. And then we're going to plot or graph our slope 1 or 2 times. Meaning, since I have a fraction and it's rise over run, the -1 means I go down 1, and the +1 means I go right 1. Down 1, right 1. I'm going to do it some more. So these are the points. Does everybody see they're in a straight line? So now we just connect the dots and we've just graphed our equation. So in some cases, you can give the negative sign to whoever you want, the -2, or you can give it also to the 3 and put it 2 over -3.
Doesn't matter.
Well, it depends. If you're running out of graph paper and you need to go down instead of up, you would use the -2. If you need to go up instead of down, you use the -3. And I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to change the 7. I'm going to change the 7 to a -4. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if I have -4 here, I'm going to plot that first, right here. Well, if I have a -2 over 3, I would go down 2 and over 3. And in my case, that timer's in the way. So I'm going to use this one, and I'll end up in the same place, but I'm going to use the top part of my graph. So any negative slope has 2 ways to write it. Any positive slope does too, and I'll show you that in a minute. So we're going to do up 2 and left 3. Everybody see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
And if I went down 2 and over 3, it's right here. It's right here, so it'd still be on the line. It doesn't change it. It just, if you're running out of real estate, it helps you out. So I always write my slope in 2 different ways so that you can go in either direction. So this has 2 ways to do the slope. It's 4/5, and it's also -4 over -5, because that's also equal to 4/5. And your y-intercept is 6. So we're going to plot the y-intercept, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if I go up 4 and over 5, I run out of graph paper. So I'm going to use the down 4 and left 5. And then down 4 and left 5. And then I'm going to connect those dots, and that is my graph.